Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving back in with some more Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, and this time we're taking another look at the amazing In the Name of Jerusalem 2 mod. This mod is still in its current closed alpha, but they are making absolutely amazing progress, and I thought we'd continue on our quest to play as every single faction in the game. That way, when the mod does finally release on the Steam Workshop and on Nexus Mods, you guys will have a good idea about what faction you want to play as first. Obviously, keep in mind that this is still very much an early alpha look. The developers were kind enough to give me access to the development build, so whenever it gets updated, I get to take a look at it, which is absolutely amazing. But of course, that does come with some caveats, meaning that a lot of the balancing and a lot of the features that are going to be in the final version of the mod that you guys get to play just aren't currently in. But I definitely think the mod is in a playable state, and I really appreciate the developers giving me this early look at the mod, so be sure to go ahead and check out their Discord. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description, so that way you can keep up to date with all future updates. So we're going to be playing as the Syro-Egyptians, aka Saladin, in today's episode, and they come with some really cool abilities. Not only do we get an increase to our party limit and also a cheaper way of making armies, we also don't receive penalties to the desert attrition or the desert speed, which is insane. Obviously, we are basically based and fighting the Crusaders in the desert, so that is insane. They also get to build siege equipment a little bit faster, and they hold stronger militia. The Syro-Egyptians are going to be absolutely insane. However, due to their negative, they do also have to deal with a few more loyalty issues with their settlements, so they're going to be flip-flopping, but they're going to be able to take them back that bit faster than every other faction. And one of the great things about the alpha itself is that it's constantly getting updated, and this one has actually been brought up to the latest patch of Bannerlord, which means the DLLS, whatever it is, the Nvidia thing, is now fixed in this patch, which means we now should hopefully get better performance, which was really plaguing us in the early stages of our previous episodes. So of course we do start off as a lord, and oh, look at that, a nice little camp right there. There's plenty of things that I kind of just discover as I'm playing this as well, which is always exciting. So if you haven't seen the mod before, the mod itself is set during the Crusades, and as you can see, the campaign map itself is absolutely glorious. Plenty of settlements, factions, and armies to take on across the east. We, of course, are supporting Saladin and his bid to reclaim the West, and by doing so, we have pledged our allegiance to his cause. So we're going to want to go ahead and recruit soldiers as quickly as possible. The Ayyubid roster is pretty diverse, I would say. They don't really benefit from a ton of very elite infantry. However, their quality relies in their horse archers, their camel riders, and of course their heavy knights, which are almost like a hybrid of elite soldiers and non-elite soldiers. So let's go and pick up all of these extra soldiers. 2,000 gold is not too bad, and that will help increase our actual unit size quite nicely. You do start off the game with a small kind of contingent of soldiers, so we actually have 2 companions by the looks of it. Maybe one of these is our wife, and then a small, yeah, as I said, contingent of infantry, archers, etc, etc. Something else to note as well with the way the recruitment is done in the Name of Jerusalem 2, you don't kind of go from lowly peasant to heavily armored knight. Soldiers are recruited at a certain tier, and then they kind of stick around that level of equipment. If they are a dismounted knight, they stay as a dismounted knight. If they're a peasant, they stay as a peasant, but they maybe get a little bit better stats and equipment as you level them up. So kind of recruiting and maintaining a much more elite army is actually much more accessible. This is a good example right here. These are the lowly tier infantry of the Ayyubid Sultanate, and as you can see, they go up to a tier 3, and it's nothing really that special. That means when I recruit them, they're going to be cheap, whereas for example something like a cavalry archer, this kind of starts off a bit more expensive because they kind of stick around that same tier, and I really like that kind of way of recruitment, honestly. One other thing I really love as well is the sheer speed that we have as well. Look at that. The party fatigue boost is going up as well, which is good, so that means I guess we're moving around quite effectively. I'm not sure if there is like a camping mechanic. It did kind of look like there was a camping. Yeah, it does look like we do camp. Okay, so that's actually new to the mod. I haven't actually seen this before, which is cool. So I assume over time we're gonna have to camp and camp and camp, like to make sure we get this fatigue back, and if we don't, then we obviously just yeah, we get very tired. I like that mechanic. That's going to make campaigning actually really interesting. We do, of course, start off at war with the Crusaders, both, I believe, the main crusading state and also Antioch to the north. Oh, no, maybe Antioch isn't at war with us quite yet. Okay, that's decent, man. So we only really have one enemy to deal with. However, we do need to start making some money. We have 4 grand in the bank, which isn't bad, but our army is going to start racking up some pretty high-level costs, and we're going to also have to worry about a ton of other stuff. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we're actually starting to get cool custom events in the mod now. Wow, yeah, they are doing a great job of updating this. So it looks like I think we have a new emperor in the Byzantine Empire. This looks so cool, though. They've done such a great job with this stuff, and more custom events like this just popping up is going to be really exciting. Okay, so we're getting a lot of stuff as well. So on the first day, Thea's Surgeon was obsessed by burning passion of the phone, proclaims Belisarius by all his clans. So I guess that was like an event. He was like saying, I want to be the emperor, and then now this is saying that all the clans have supported him. So maybe there's going to be different ways in how they can approach that, which is very cool. We've also obtained these guys. I guess we can go in. I want to try and get the kills as quickly as possible. I don't want the AI to get any kills, so we're just going to straight up charge. Yeah, we also have the new 1.1 battle screen as well. This is good, so you can actually like assign heroes as well to certain divisions, as well as give commanders to divisions and stuff. That's a really nice change for sure. So let's select him and put him in command of our infantry. I guess we will command our horse archers, and honestly, I'm just gonna literally charge everybody forward. We don't really need to put too much kind of emphasis into winning this battle. I just want to make sure that I get the kills, so I also get the loot. It is also quite dark as well, but hopefully you guys can still see it as well as we move our way forward to take out these looters. And as we jump down here, you can also see the loot. Oh my god, look at everybody come flying off this hill. You can also see as well, of course, the looters have their own custom design as well. So kind of civilian clothing and also weaponry are all going to be custom made for the mod as well. And they shouldn't really be much of an issue whatsoever. Oh yeah, as well, something else I need to quickly change is the difficulty. I forgot to stick the difficulty on Bannerlord difficulty. So I will change that for you guys right now. So there we go, on Bannerlord difficulty now. That should be a little bit easier for us to kind of deal with. So are we getting slower, right? Yeah, we're disorganized, and now we don't have the fatigue benefit, right? So let's have a look at this. So now we're resting. So a human tribe named Zunas joined the Bazaar and started invading Roman lands. Yeah, all these custom events. This is a really cool system. Human named Bona has joined. So yeah, there seems like there's a ton of events being popped off right now. Which is cool. What would be nice, honestly, and there's a feast going on as well. Honestly, what would be really nice. Oh yeah, we haven't met everybody as well. That's part of the game now. Interesting. What would be really cool, with all these new events and stuff firing off, sometimes it is hard to keep track of them. I would love to see a tab actually in here somewhere, which that kind of just details what's happened in the game. You know, maybe it's in your clan and you have like a scribe or something. You click it and then it's like, oh, these are the events that are happening. Especially if they're adding in so many of these amazing custom events, I think that'd be really cool. Just so you can keep track of it and make sure that you don't kind of lose heart or anything about what's happening. So there are some smaller enemy lords. I think mainly our goal for sure should be just to like raid caravans. As you know, for example, we start off as a lord, we start off with some okay soldiers. I feel like that should be our goal. So where would be the best place to raid caravans right now? We also have some of these Knights Templar. They look like, I know they're Genoese. Okay, so they're Genoese. I think they're mercenaries. I think there's a lot of mercenary Genoese clans as well. So I doubt there's going to be too many. Oh, there's a lord there as well. Probably not strong enough to take him on. But I would imagine a lot of the enemy caravans are going north, right? I doubt they're coming south because it's just more Ayyubid land as we go into the pyramids and obviously the rest of Egypt. Some beautiful looking settlement designs as well. So can we get through here or not? Can we get through here? Yeah, we can. Cool. So let's take the mountain pass and we're going to recruit some soldiers on the way. We're running very low on money though, so we need to be careful there. Luckily we have plenty of food. Yeah, let's do that and then let's wrap around and then let's go caravan hunting. If we find a lord, of course, we'll look to take him on as well. But until Saladin or anybody else builds some armies, which I think takes a little while, we should be okay here. So let's just head north and then, yeah, let's go caravan hunting. Look at that as well. Our culture actually also gives us an extra 17 mem. So because we are, you know, part of the Ayyubid Sultanate and we're Syrian Egyptian, yeah. We get them extra bonuses, which is hella nice. Oh, and look at that as well. So the party is fatiguing right now. Yeah, so because we haven't camped, which I guess we should. I mean, we're so close to this city. I imagine that does it. But yeah, if you don't camp long enough, your party fatigue wraps up. And now we're going super slowly. So I guess we're going to don't mean to cheat there. We're going to camp on the bridge. And I wonder how long that takes to get rid of. Is it like a full day, or how does that approach? Look at all these caravans as well we need to trap. So I imagine it's like a full day maybe, which is pretty interesting because, yeah, it's got rid of it. Yeah, it's got rid of it now. So we've rested for the night, so we're all good. And that's pretty interesting because if you're like running away from somebody, they could quite easily catch you and then you're done for. So we do need to try and capture some of these caravans. Is there any terrain we can try and ambush them in? That's something as well I would love to see implemented into the mod, is a way to ambush as well. Because being able to ambush would be so much fun, especially with how well everything is designed. So can we capture? Oh, we caught some. Nice. Okay, so we caught a couple caravans here. You can see some of the Frankish caravan masters. Hand over your goods or die. So be it. We shall attack. So we outnumber them pretty heavily. Let's do it. Okay, so we actually have a fair amount of infantry now. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to make all of my... Can I do this? Do I need to do this first? Yeah, we need to do this. We need to put everybody over. I'm going to make everybody in, like, all my melee and missile cavalry just into the same department. That way it kind of saves on squads, and then we just have basically 2 squads to deal with. I think that's quite nice. My wife can command that, and I'm going to command the horses with my Masud at my side as well. Something else to note as well, I know I keep on saying this, but I know a lot of people maybe haven't seen this mod before, so I always want to try my best to bring it up, is a lot of the maps, or pretty much their plan for the map design of this game is to have everything generated depending on where you are. So, for example, if you are fighting in the mountains like we are, we get a custom mountain map like this to try and represent that, which I think is really, really cool, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. I believe I haven't never seen this map before in Bannerlord. Maybe it is a map in like the Kuzite lands, but it's still super cool. And yeah, more of this kind of custom map design is going to be in the game. It's just going to take them a while to filter that out, but hopefully we can in the future. So they actually have a pretty large amount of cavalry, so let's go ahead and follow me, boys. Let's whip out our spear and let's go into combat. I need to be careful because there is a lance breaking in the mod, so we do need to be careful not to overcommit our soldiers and break our lance as well, because if we do that, that would not be good. You can see as well the melee really erupts here as well as they pull back, and we have a lot of horse archers as well. Weapon design is also going to be absolutely key for taking down your opponents as well. Like, swords are going to glance off a lot of heavily armored units, but they're going to tear through lightly armored units, whereas obviously it's going to be vice versa for like stuff like maces, even though maces should still do plenty of damage. Also, the speed damage as well is really important, so the speed at which you approach your enemies is kind of important as well. So let's set up our soldiers up on this hill. Let's get the infantry set up right here. Might go another little charge right there, but I'm also happy of our archers just to kind of do their thing, because that's really where their strength lies. But let's get some of our infantry up here to help block the flanks, and if they do try anything, we'll be able to hit them hard. And I'm going to go in myself and try and skirmish a bit. Maybe get a hit or two. Nice. There's a caravan guard taken down. They also have heavily armored horse archers as well, so let's make sure we keep on rotating our infantry around to try and catch them. Because a lot of the units as well will be heavily focused on like anti-cavalry behavior. Like all the infantry, that's kind of going to be their goal. Either it's going to be to take out other units, or it's going to be, oh, we need to charge now. Charge, charge, charge. Yeah, it's going to be to take out cavalry like this, or it's going to be to break sieges. So we're going to make sure that we get stuck in. Infantry can push up now. They have a bunch of, yeah, they have a plethora of archers here. Let's move in here. Oh, I missed completely. But look at the damage as well horse chargers do as well against lightly armored targets. They absolutely shred. Infantry are just cresting the hill right now, so we should be able to then... of course, hit the enemy line quite nicely when we get down here. We just need to deal with their archers, and then their cavalry should be fairly decent to take care of. Are you just mount? Yeah, you guys... Oh, no, you are enemies. Okay, cool. Taking out the enemy horse as well seems very prevalent in this mod as well as like a pretty key strategy. And it seems like the horses do die relatively effectively as well. You can, like, focus them down. A lot of the arrows do find their mark in them. Infantry should be in position right now. We need to be careful there. Yep, that's exactly what I was worrying about. Yeah, sorry. So it's not so much for horses die, but it's that you get dismounted very quickly. You get like a hit off your protect me, boys. No, you both missed. Okay, we need to be careful here. Protect me, protect me. Ouch, that hurt. Yeah, we're not doing tons of damage there. The heavily armored units, when you don't have speed and you're just like hitting them, are kind of bad. Kind of need some protection here. I can't take on 2 of them like this. Let's keep on falling back. There you go. Now we can go ham on this guy. 20 damage in the head. Keep that shield up high. Oh, he hit me just before him, and then the boys came in and saved me. Nice. It was a pretty good attack, I think. We lost a couple soldiers, of course. 3 dead, 3 wounded. But, you know, we are a much more heavily armored force than they are, so I expected us to do a little bit better, and now the infantry just kind of cleans up what is left, and that should be the enemy forces taken care of. Nice. So we'll make sure we take all the prisoners, of course, and also tons of loot. The loot is going to be very valuable. The horses, for sure, that will give us a little bit more carry capacity. We got some bows as well, which we could definitely utilize. I remember flax is selling for a lot as well, so let's maybe grab a bit of that. Yeah, a bit of flax up to our limit, and then we'll actually, and the horses gave us a bunch more. Okay, perfect. So now we actually do have to kind of fall back now. We could look to maybe take on another caravan. There's another one right here if we wanted to, but we just don't have the carry capacity. Though we could kill it and then move on, but I don't think I'm going to. We're going to just go into Antioch, and we're going to sell our goods and recruit more soldiers and kind of go from there. They have 28 grand ready for us. Oh, we also have a banner as well. Decreased range accuracy penalty. That'd be nice. Oh, yeah, also as well. God, I love the new 1.1 update. Now we actually have proper percentages. Instead of, oh, your banner increases by 0.4 or whatever, it now actually says 4%, which is just hella nice. Also, custom banners as well, of course, in the mod. Sorry, there's a European flail in this. Okay, well, we have to buy that flail. I am very interested to see how that works in this game. It's a 2-handed flail. Let's purchase it and let's see. Man, they're doing such a good job with this game. They are really, like, updating the mod itself in some pretty spectacular ways. Let's sell the rest of the other gear we have. We're going to get out 6 grand, which is not bad whatsoever. I will take that. 7 grand now. Okay, good. And we have plenty of food. We probably should buy a little bit more grain and maybe some fish as well. Okay, we're over our capacity, which is fine. We'll just sit around there. Okay, that's 118 food, which is nice. We can't, remember, recruit any soldiers because they're not our culture. This means, of course, when we do end up fighting other people, we have to be very careful because we won't be able to recruit in enemy lands or you know, anything along them lines. Oh yeah, something I forgot to do as well is sell my prisoners. Not bad as well. It seems like you make a nice amount of money. Are also mercenaries, so even though you can't get the recruit like the normal vanilla soldiers from your army or from other cultures, you can still recruit mercenaries. So I believe you could still say, for example, play as the Syro-Egyptians, aka Saladin, and also then recruit Genoese mercenaries or something along them lines. That could still be a thing. Our cavalry force is starting to look pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. You can really start to see the numbers increasing. Again, it's mainly a bunch of archers, but we have some decent frontline cavalry here as well. Let's see if we can get a good lance break here against these looters, because as I said, lance breaking is in the game, so if you do hit someone, there is a good chance that your lance will break. Again, I think it depends again on the quality of the enemy units, so if they're low tier, it's probably a little bit unlikely that they will actually go ahead and falter. Also, a very good map as well for where we fought them. That's something I'm constantly looking at as well. And there you go. Yeah, look at that. The lance has now broken and is basically useless. If I try and hit someone with it, it's going to be doing not that much damage. So it's more kind of used for like that major like one-time kill. You need to kill a heavy knight. Yeah, look at that, 6 damage. So yeah, you can break it and then you can whip out your mace. Oh, you have a flail. Oh my god, look at, so how does this work? Let's actually dismount and take a look at it, because this is completely new to the mod. I imagine this is like the early implementations of it. Yeah, I guess it just kind of doesn't swing as much, like it kind of sticks very static. But that kind of works though, right? Yeah, it's kind of almost like it's just got like a blade on the end. It would be cool if they could like make it flitter around a bit more. It seems like it's a bit stiff at the top. It's more like kind of think of it as an axe almost. But yeah, I mean, great first implementation of something like this. Something as well you would hopefully have noticed is that there are custom bandits as well. So then bandits we just fought were completely different to more of the Frankish style bandits in the region. So again, that's kind of nice diversity right there. We do need to camp as well. So let's just hold up here. We're waiting for this army to come down and then we're going to join up. But we do need to camp to get rid of our stats. Also, we are receiving a hostile territory speed debuff again. So because it's like the land we're not really too sure of. I say that even though it doesn't look like we are in friendly territory. But I guess it's maybe, I don't really know why I'm saying that. We should be in friendly territory, but there is debuffs as well. So for example, you know, when you are attacking, you don't know the land as well. You're going to be slower. You're going to be careful. And I like how that's represented in the mod. Oh, look at that as well. The AI is actually chilling. Yeah, look at that. So they're sleeping. They've got 6 hours left. The fatigue is going down. That is so cool. Fully rested. I wonder if that affects like your battle gameplay as well. Oh man. So I actually saw an army down here in the south forming up rather than the other one in the north, and I decided to join this one because of course we're close to the action and I'm looking to maybe get a pretty interesting siege down here. It does look like we're going to try our best to lift this siege if we can. I mean, we're going through enemy territory and we of course are going to get a little bit tired as well. Yeah, 400 men there. I don't think we're going to be strong enough to take that, but this is the king. Oh my god. Okay, we could maybe chase the king, even though we need to camp. We need to camp badly. We're camping in the middle of enemy territory. This is not good. Oh no, but no, he needs to camp. Okay, let's go. We're fighting the king. Me and this other guy going in hard. So this is, yeah, the king of Jerusalem, right? Yeah, the king of Jerusalem. I mean, if we could take him down, that'd be a pretty good bonus in the war. We also, of course, have the Knights Templar and other units. Yeah, I mean, of course, we're going to dive in and fight this. So I think I'm going to definitely take command of the horses because that's going to be our main victory condition, I think, for sure. Keep in mind, the enemy are still pretty fierce. They have 51 of their own riders, so we're going to make our way up and, yeah, just harass them as best as we can. Try and whittle down their cavalry, I guess. I mean, we do have the cavalry advantage, but I also don't want to overextend too much as well. It does seem as also that, like, all these battle maps are very different. I've played over, a couple thousand hours in Bannerlord, and a lot of these maps I'm seeing for the first time, so it does seem like they've got a decent variation in there as well. It also seems like the AI is coming towards me, so let's form this game, and I guess we'll countercharge. I want to utilize my archers quite effectively, so we'll probably fire off a volley or two at them first. Let's see if we can maybe whittle down a few of their numbers, and then we'll just charge them, because I doubt they'll be able to really sustain much. Oh, they're going to go into our flank? Okay, they go into our flank, and then we go into their flank. Unless they want to chill here. I mean, they are pulling back, so let's advance. Let's keep on putting pressure on them. Keep on putting pressure. Let's push up, push up, push up. Okay, it seems like they did just want to kind of test out, scout the waters, which is absolutely fine. We'll push up now. We can see them off on the distance. They have taken a pretty good defensive hill, I guess. So I'm going to mount my cavalry on this hill. We should then be able to hit into their horses, but also get good range into their infantry. So let's give that a go. They are seemingly going to charge me for those, so I'm going to countercharge with my cavalry. I'm going to get my way in, try and pick off a few of them as they inevitably fall back right there. If we can dismount any of them as well. That would be perfect. All of my horse archers harassing them very effectively. We should be, taking out one or two of them quite easily, or at least it's getting them off their horses as well. As I said, that's a real key part of this mod. Okay, let's fall back now. We don't want to overcommit into their battle line. Do remember, of course, this is the king of the Crusaders, so we don't want to overcommit here and find ourselves in a tricky situation. However, every bit of damage, every knight we can take out will definitely help our infantry, especially as we fall back as well. Okay, countercharge again, countercharge again. Ooh, that was a big hit into my back right there. We need to be careful there. Okay, no, they're falling back again. They're falling back. Let's reform, let's reform. It does seem like our infantry is going to go a bit too deep now, so let's fully collect the boys up and let's make our way in. One taken care of. Boom. Let's maybe make our way back up. I'm going to try my best to like fully smash into them now with what I've got. I mean, all our horse archers are up here as well. Yeah, we should be able just to hit them hard. And yeah, just try and take them out in these big clumps. I'm actually really low as well. Okay, so let's get our cavalry maybe up on this hill, and then we're going to smash into their missile line, as we are seemingly losing a fair amount of soldiers in this engagement. I've done like a good damage to a lot of these horse archers that they have, but just not quite enough. Let's make our way up here, and we're going to charge into them when we're in position. Their knights are still causing us some issues, but nothing as much as they were. Now let's just charge into their line. If I can, there's the king. Oh, I tried to dismount him right there. No, to no avail, unfortunately. And yeah, with the cavalry charge in the back, I'm going to go for round 2. Oh, they have a lot of high-tier soldiers there. Be very careful. Oh, yeah, we also have our flail as well. I wonder how much damage this does to cavalry. Let's go around. Okay, I'm in a very bad position right now. Let's pull back. Are they falling back as well? No, there's no way they're falling back, right? There's the king, but I'm pretty sure that's him. So if we can maybe break our lance, like this is a good situation where breaking our lance would not be a bad idea. Okay, I did also just adjust a few of the graphic settings as well, so hopefully that's going to be, yeah, it looks like the game is performing a bit better as well, which is nice. Of course, this being an alpha, there's going to be kind of lag issues and stuff, but they're going to be kind of hopefully fine-tuning as the mod gets more and more developed. How many horses do we have left? So we still have a decent amount of horse archers who are just doing their thing right now. Yeah, getting some decent damage in. Our infantry, I'm not expecting much from, but I am hoping that we're going to be able to kill enough of these archers that's going to be, yeah, it's going to be them. I'm very low on HP, though, so let's kind of maybe fall back a little bit, reevaluate our formation. I mean, our horse archers are doing great, like really good. It's just all their infantry that they still have left is just super scary, and then all these archers as well. But we are taking them down. We are killing them. Yeah, it seems like they only have like a handful of horses left, which is big. And our archers are hammering their position as well. I'm not sure if if the king has been taken down or not. We're getting the order to charge. That'd be a really cool feature in the mod, actually, if they did just kind of scream. Like, if one of the lords go down, there's like a big announcement about it or something. Oh, no, there he is. There he is, I think. Right? No, was he in yellow? I can't remember. I mean, either way, we're going to chase him down. I think that could be him, though. I'm not sure if my horse is fast enough. Yeah, I think that is him. Let's crouch our lance. And even if we don't kill him, we can even try and dismount him, maybe. Bring him down. Hunt the king. I'm surprised he isn't trying to flee. We've got, like, the entire army after him right now. Let's wrap around. I mean, yeah, there you go. His horse is down. He is sitting a duck right now. He's going to try and get on another horse, which is, you know, not a bad shout. That horse went down. Bring him down. Take him down. Cavalry sweep up and the rest of the attack. My horse goes down. Let's pull out my mace. He's going to try his best to flee, but surely he won't be able to escape. His bodyguard's trying to protect him. And that's it. He's down. Okay, huzzah. Nice. Boom. Very nice indeed. So there were definitely some performance issues in that battle, which I'm sure they will clean up. Looking at my GPU and stuff, it doesn't seem like it's being overworked too much. So I think it's just kind of a bit of the game, but we're not suffering from the major issues we had beforehand. So it's clearly trending in the right direction. It would be nice as well if I could have captured the main guy, the king of Jerusalem, and sold him. He'd probably be worth a lot of money, but that is fine. Okay, we'll take the loot, of course, and obviously the horses and food. That's going to be super important. And then we just need to get, like, the hell out of here as quickly as possible. Oh, seems like there's like a secondary battle going on. Well, we can't participate in that one, so that's fine. It's probably like the remnants of soldiers who managed to pull out of that, which is fine. Again, we'll take the horses. Well, that's a very cool dagger as well. We can take a look at that. That's a very cool dagger. Okay, so I guess we're gonna try and escape now. I think making a run down to the south is going to be important because there's two armies right there. We are disorganized, but we're going to utilize them to kind of be our shield and hopefully be attacked. We need to lose this disorganized state. We need to avoid everybody else's army as we do it. So I have a couple armies chasing me, but I have managed to make my way around here. I'm just very nervous for when we have to actually camp. Like, when does fatigue really start to rise up? We should be able to make it into Egypt without too much hassle, and that should be plenty of extra money and booty. Yeah, it seems like we're now losing that hostile territory debuff, and yeah, I think we've made it pretty safe. So let's make our way over to, like, Alexandria and sell our goods. Oh yeah, look, we're desperate for rest right now, so I guess we will just camp. There is an army on their way, but they also have to rest. Oh, I love that. I love that the AI also has to apply by them rules. So, you know, armies are camping. Okay, we're fully rested as well. It's good to check that. You can see it on when you hover over an army. You can actually see their fatigue as well. Nice. I imagine the AI probably does get some good bonuses with regards to that, you know, depending on, you know, kind of their stats or something. We did end up crashing there, as you guys would have seen. I did just make sure that I just teleported over here, though. So, you know, just to kind of make the example. Oh, yeah, something as well. I'm not sure if many of you guys have seen. There are also custom ship models in the game and all that lovely stuff. And you can maneuver yourself from places. I could, for example, sail to Crete or, you know, wherever else I wanted to, Cyprus, to do my own thing, which is very cool. Let's sell our goods whilst we're here, because no reason not to. We'll sell that. None of that. We'll make a ton of 12 grand right off the bat, which is really nice. Nothing here to sell, though it would have obviously already have sold, which is good. So yeah, 12 grand. Nice. And now we're down here in the south, and we can basically rebuild our army, our equipment, everything else, and then I guess head back into the lands. There's a local tournament in Billa Bay, which I believe is up here, right? Billa? I probably butchered that pronunciation. I think it's up here in the north, right? Or maybe not. Maybe it's somewhere. Oh, it's down here in the south. Okay, so we could go to that tournament as well if we wanted to. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to wrap up this part of the video. If you guys want to see me do a part 2 of this, get this video to 400 likes and I'll do another one either this weekend or early next week. So let me know. Again, I would love to cover more of this mod as they kind of fix more of the performance side issues so that the recordings aren't as, I guess, choppy or shaky. I'll definitely cover more of this mod. It is definitely one that is looking just incredible. And as you can see, they are updating it constantly, which is awesome, with amazing new features which are really helping to flesh out the actual gameplay of the mod itself. Custom maps, the new resting system, the actual new videos of special events happening. All that stuff is really cool, and I'm very excited to see what they do in the future. So be sure to go ahead and drop a like and a comment down below if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.